Welcome back, everybody, to another movie review. I'm going to review Blue Beetle. That's right, I went to see Blue Beetle. Now, you have to forgive me. I'm not going to try and pronounce people's names because I don't want to make a mistake and mispronounce it and seem ignorant and stuff. But as you're probably well aware, Blue Beetle is played by the great actor from Cobra Kai, Miguel. He plays Miguel on Cobra Kai. So I love Cobra Kai, so I was looking forward to this movie to see how he did as a different character. And it's the first superhero movie from the Latin community. George Lopez is in it. He plays his Uncle Rudy. He provides some of the comic relief, which worked. It did work. This is like it's probably my favorite George Lopez role, is this movie. But if you've seen the trailers, you know. Now, I thought he got the scarab from an old friend, but it wasn't. No. At the beginning of the movie, he comes home from university, which, from his t-shirt, he went to Gotham Law. He comes home. He's the first member of his family to ever graduate from college. He was pre-law. Now, his parents are losing the house. They lost their restaurant. Everything's going to shit. So he decides him and his sister are going to get jobs. They end up getting fired from that because he steps in when the great Susan Sarandon is the villain in this movie, which threw me off. She was confronting her niece, Jennifer. I don't want to give away too much in this review. Like, usually I go through the story, tell you what happens, stuff like that, but I don't want to do that with this one because I want you to go see it. The only problem is we don't know. Where they're resetting the entire DC universe, is Blue Beetle done? Is that gonna continue into the next phase? I do hope so, but we'll get to that. So he gets the scarab from Jennifer. As we know, attaches himself. He's the chosen one, and he gets the hang of it after a while. He has to teach it like no eliminating people because she wants to eliminate all the threats to him because that's the job, protect the host. But obviously, Susan Sarandon wants it back because she wants to make an army of super soldiers. But like I said, I'm not going to give away too much in this review. I don't want to do that. So I'm going to talk about what I liked. A couple things I didn't really care for. I did like the cinematography. It looked great. Like, everything actually matched because it's the first Latin superhero. It looked it. It felt it. They did a good job of that. I like the music. At one point, Motley Crue's Kickstart My Heart. But, so I like the performances. I like the music. I like the cinematography. The biggest thing for me that I didn't really care for, which I might be alone on once you watch it, Nana. His grandmother. Like, she was fine at first. But then it got too over the top, I guess. I found parts of it involving her kind of lame. But I don't want to tell you. It got to be too much. But George Lopez was absolutely hilarious in this. My favorite part of him, well, if you're watching Blue Beetle, I don't want to mispronounce his name because it's spelled Jamie, but Hammond or something like that. Reyes. I always thought it was Reyes because you don't hear it pronounced when you're reading the comic books, but it's Reyes. So him and Jenny take Rudy's truck, gets destroyed. He starts screaming, then he faints. But it was just funny. But so it's pretty much him trying to come to terms with being the Blue Beetle. But in the movie, we do find out there was a previous Blue Beetle. Jennifer's dad. But the Scarab never chose him, so he built everything to fight crime himself as Blue Beetle. So I thought that was a really nice touch that there was a former one, but didn't have the alien technology, per se. So that was kind of a cool touch. I like that part. He had his own little bat cave. I suppose, is it a beetle cave? I'm not sure. But obviously, someone else is taking over now. I thought I enjoyed this movie a lot. I really did. The only thing that bugged me, like I said, was Nana. This movie made me laugh. It really did. It made me laugh, and it made me emotional. That's all I'm gonna say. So like I said, I don't want to give anything away for you. It was really, really well done. It did make me emotional at parts, like really bad. But so, Blue Beetle is definitely worth your time. I will say, I hope people go see this movie. I've seen a lot of comments online. They're not going to go see it just because of the DC universe is being reset. But maybe if enough people go see Blue Beetle, James Gunn will keep it around. Because I like to see him continue as Blue Beetle in the next phase. That's what I'm hoping for. So, I'm going to give this movie... Is it the greatest superhero movie I've ever seen? No. It's not. But it was damn good. I'm going to give it 4 Willows out of 5. I would go 4.5 if they hadn't overdone it with Nana. That's the truth right there. And you watch the movie, you might see what I'm talking about. But I don't want to give anything away. I think this is the first review I've done where I really want you to go see it, so I don't want to spoil everything. But it is worth your time if you're a superhero fan, Blue Beetle fan, or just a fan of action, comedy, blends, everything. It has it all. So go see Blue Beetle, everybody. And kind of force James Gunn to keep Miguel around as Blue Beetle for the next phase. Because I would love to see more. And eventually Booster Gold. I'm really hoping for Booster Gold to join him. But so, that's it. 4 Willows out of 5, everybody. Thanks for watching.